There are some non-Christian historical sources in the world and history that mention Jesus. A lot of people think Jesus only shows up in the Bible, but that's actually not true. If every Christian text simply disappeared, we would still know that Jesus existed from the writers who weren't Christians. And that actually makes the evidence even stronger. The first one is Tatius. He's a Roman historian writing around 115 AD. He mentions Jesus directly, calling him Christus, and says he was executed under Pontius Pilate during the reign of Tiberius. Tatius hated Christians. He called them a pernicious superstition. So he had zero reason to make up Jesus. Then there's Josephus, who's a Jewish historian from the first century. In one section, he mentions James, the brother of Jesus, who is called the Messiah, and assumes his readers know who Jesus is. That's huge. It's not a passing reference. It's not a Christian confession. He's just explaining why James matters. The next is Pliny the Younger, a Roman governor around 112 AD. He writes to the Emperor Trajan explaining and complaining that Christians gather before dawn and sing hymns to Christ as to a god. And that tells us two things. Jesus was known and early Christians worshipped him. We also have references from Suetonius, who mentions the disturbances in Rome linked to someone called Christus, likely referring to the influence of Christ on the Jewish community. And even ancient critics like Celsus mention Jesus because they were trying to argue against him. So you get this picture of Jesus from the outside of the Bible that really does match what we know from inside the Bible. That Jesus of Nazareth in history is also the Christ of faith.